In an ordinary school day, the Jesus de la Peña National High School, the Center for eLearning, starts its daily grind with hundreds of students excited to grab their tablets for the much-anticipated interactive lessons for the day. The utilization of the e-learning platform has become an essential factor in the teaching-learning process. What seems to be just a dream of every learner becomes a reality when schools start to integrate technology to enhance and support the educational environment. The school's division office in Marikina City has been utilizing technology in teaching-learning process through its e-learning program. The launch of the e-learning platform in 2013 has become a conduit for online learning.
eLearning platform has helped me in several ways. First, access to modules is convenient. Second, the e-learning materials are just click away. And third, it is cost-effective as I don't need to travel anymore. Thank you, eLearning!
The Division e-learning program is one of the alternative delivery modes offered by the Division to provide options for learners in availing educational services. E-learning refers to the use of internet or wireless technologies to deliver a broad array of e-learning solutions. E-learners access the learning materials from a computer via internet.
Jesus de la Peña National High School Center for eLearning has been using the e-learning program as an alternative delivery mode of teaching and learning for 8 years now. We strongly believe and we advocate the use of ICT in teaching and learning process. Information and communication technology is a great help to all teachers. It enhances the quality of education in several ways, by increasing learner motivation and engagement, by facilitating the acquisition of basic skills, and by enhancing teacher training. For the integration of ICT to be successful in the learning environment, the teacher must have the ability to structure learning in new ways, merge technology with pedagogy, develop active virtual learning environment that encourages interaction and collaboration among students and provide feedback to them. All of these are made easier using the e-learning platform. The e-learning platform has all the features needed to an interactive and fun virtual learning environment. As of this writing, a group of ICT specialists are continuously working and updating its features. The e-guro or e-teachers are trained teachers are continuously attending online trainings and updating themselves to current trends and technology. They are very resourceful when it comes to using online applications which can make learners participate actively during the online classes.
The Division e-learning program was launched at Teatro Marikina in June 2013. It was implemented in 4 pilot schools such as Marikina Science High School, Tanyong High School, Fortune High School, Parang High School with 8 selected e-teachers from different schools. Training of e-teachers and e-designers was held at the division office with an external consultant or expert on e-learning. On that same year, Education Program Supervisor Joseph P. Santos participated in the APEC e-learning training program in Korea. In 2014, the Jesus de la Peña National High School as the Center for eLearning was established. In retrospect, The school was built on the strength of Republic Act No. 10216 authored by the then Congressman Marcelino Archidoro. The division-owned e-learning program was developed and used. It was all systems go in 2015. Capability training for e-teachers and e-designers was emphasized. Continuous advocacy campaign at various elementary schools was felt. E-teachers and e-designers were given laptops to complete the e-learning package. E-learning program advocate Joseph T. Santos seized the opportunity to bring SDO Marikina's e-learning program in Indonesia that hosted the annual international conference. Along with the K-12 reform in 2016 was the implementation of flipped learning as one of the approaches in online learning. Despite the challenges of instituting cultural change in the system, the e-learning program has partnered with NSD, a South Korean company, for the effective implementation of the e-learning program. In 2017, ubiquitous learning was introduced. The Jesus de la Peña National High School conducted its online periodical examination using ubiquitous-based test management system for English 7, the first in the Philippines public high school with the help of EEO Philippines on October 20, 2017. Validation of the uploaded learning materials through the Learning Resource Unit was conducted by the validation team per learning area to produce quality-assured digitized learning materials. In 2018, SDO Marikina forged a partnership with Globe and Marikina City Government for the provision of tablets and development of e-learning resource center. Mayor Marcy Chodoro donated 150 tablets. Implemented digitized periodical test using tablets in all grade levels at Jesus de la Peña National High School. Seeing the success of the initial UBT TMS test for grade 7, all the e-learners took the periodical test the following year. The test contained audio, video, and images ensuring student engagement. Because of the COVID-19 pandemic, the program was expanded to the rest of the 14 secondary schools as part of the learning continuity plan of the division. E-learning program head Joseph T. Santos, together with participating representatives of other countries, joined the event dubbed as the 2020 Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation E-Learning Training Program Conference in December 2020. Mr. Santos shared his 2020 e-learning training program experience, emphasizing on the impact of ICT in the school curriculum via live stream hosted by Ministry of Education, Republic of Korea. The Division e-learning program has been recognized in the countries in the Asia-Pacific region. The COVID-19 pandemic has compelled us to innovate. The virtual world that our students were talking about that we tend to ignore before the learning crisis came is now the new learning environment we have to deal with. Similarly, the e-learning platform, despite its grueling challenges it had to surpass, might potentially create a history in the city. Monitoring, evaluation, and documentation of assessment reports was heightened in 2021. Thus, the enhancement of the e-learning platform, including server migration and streamlined platform features, jump-started. Curriculum Implementation Division Chief Education Supervisor and Officer in Charge of the Office of the Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Elisa O. Cerveza, has expressed optimism on the program's turnaround.
When the Division e-learning program was launched in 2013, many considered it as just an alternative way of schooling. For some, it was the option and solution to continue their secondary education due to hindering factors. Only few then considered it as a better way to learn anywhere and anytime. Last school year, when the schools were compelled to close due to this pandemic, SDO Marikina never had a hard time in planning how distance education, particularly online distance learning, will be implemented, at least for the secondary schools, because the e-learning platform was already in place. With a consistent and persistent effort of the e-learning team, headed by Mr. Joseph T. Santos, and with the strong support of the school's division office led by Ms. Cheryl T. Gayola, CID people, and SGOD and all the unit heads, and not to forget the continuing and strong support from the LGU, headed by our Honorable Mayor Marcy Chidoro. The e-learning program was sustained, and now, on its 8th year of implementation, the CID and the whole SDO Marikina will continue to work hard to meet the demand of our education system in this new normal through the e-learning as our official learning management system for secondary, senior high school, and ALS program for our learners. Kaya mga magulang at mag-aaral, mag-e-learning na. E-learning na programa, Tatak Marikina, edukasyong may disiplina. Halina't mag-enroll na.
The Marikina City Schools Division Office launched the e-learning program in 2013. It aimed to widen the access of learners through its platform containing digitized learning materials, supplementary readings, online assessments, and many others. As part of our advocacy to equip relevant, sufficient, timely, and appropriate learning resources to every school, we took a big step forward by developing what we now call the e-learning platform, with its tagline, Learn Anytime, Anywhere. Way back then, this was considered as a bold step to prepare our students and teachers for the 21st century. Today, we realized how destiny aligned this move to the sudden change in educational landscape brought about by this pandemic. The sudden shift away from the classroom in 2020 had compelled most, if not all, of our 21st century learners to adapt the online learning as one of the learning delivery modalities for distance education until the post pandemic. We will continue to implement online learning, strengthen curriculum and instruction, and intensify academic related programs while mitigating potential risks. Likewise, we support the Department of Education's Sulong Educalidad and its contingency measures relative to curriculum implementation and learning delivery. Now on its 8th year, the e-learning platform unveils its enhanced features, including its optimized web performance and the integration of eLibro program. We would not have sustained the implementation of this program and successfully implemented our basic education learning continuity plan for the last school year without the support from all of you, our city government, school leaders, teachers, parents, students, and all other stakeholders. Our sincere appreciation for all your support. With our e-learning program, we will learn as one.
As we gear towards the better normal, our school shall continue to bring out the best in our students as they are provided endless possibilities the information communication technology has to offer. Now, on its 8th year, the e-learning program continues to utilize technology for classroom transformation and strengthen ICT contents for education. The success of the e-learning program is in your hands. You have to tech it to believe it.